Hey guys, welcome back. Small Louisiana Homestead here again. And today I'm going to show you how I am going to propagate my fig tree. I'm going to start taking cuttings off of it to start seeing what kind of growth I can get off of them for next year. Um, there's one thing you need to know about this for sure is that you want to wait till either the fall like we are in now. We're not deep into fall, but we're in the beginning stages. As you can see, the growth has stopped on this fig tree. There are some places like right here where one of these nodes wants to put on a leaf, but I know that it's not going to make it to fully maturity because the change in the year that we're going through now. So you want to wait for that to happen, or in late winter you can also propagate, and the very beginning of spring. So there's three stages that you can start to propagate. Any tree, any plant, really. Um, there's one thing you need to look for. See this branch here? I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't, but I can take some of these leaves off. There's a new growth here. It's green, but it's starting to turn a darker color, as like this stem is. It may be hard for you to see, but I'm trying my best. Um, It's gonna be a darker brown. This is the stage. This is the stage you want to cut at, right here. This bigger piece right here is called hardwood now. It's too hard to propagate. It's pretty much like a tree trunk. There's more than likely you will get nothing out of that if you would cut that and try to grow something out of that. You want everything that has, like the beginning of the spring, I had a lot of new growth. This was one of them. This was bright, bright, bright green in the beginning of the spring, and as the year went by, that's where all your new figs come off of, the new greenery, not the old wood stock. There's no figs that are going to grow in this. You might see one here and there on some of them, but that's it. It's not where your figs are going to come from. It's going to come from all your new growth on your fig tree, and these are the ones you want to propagate. You don't want them bright green. If you can see that like it is right here, like the green, the color of these leaves, bright green. You don't want that. That's a very new growth. We're actually, since this one is starting to turn the darker color, I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to leave it on there and just take the leaves off. And there's a couple little figs that are on there. I know that's not going to make it either. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one, and then I'll bring y'all back and I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. Okay, now I went ahead and I cut that branch off. You can see I'm not going to use this whole branch. So I'm going to probably cut this into three, maybe two, probably two out of this. I'm going to see. And as you can see here, these are called nodes. These little pieces right here. Every little ring, that if you can see that, that's a node. That will have the possibility, the chance of rooting once you plant it. And we're going to use some rooting hormone on these also to give it even better chance of survival. And I'm pretty much going to take this thing, I'm going to cut it right above this node right here. And you can see how kind of fresh it is in the middle. That means that was new growth, but it's not that green new growth. It's new brown new growth. It's not a hardwood. Hardwood is I take one of them bigger stalks out and cut it. It's like cutting a tree trunk. You know, it feeds the tree, but it's not good for propagating. So, and then now I'll just probably take, let's see, I might leave this one like this. I might take some of the top off, take them figs off of there, because that ain't gonna make it anyway. And you can see how they got a little nodes right here trying to grow. I may take this one and plant this one like this. This will be a new little fig tree for me if it makes it. So we'll have to see. And let me grab that other one. And this one will look like this. I'm gonna take the wider part, the part that actually that grew from the tree itself, the wider part. I'm gonna make that the bottom of the plant, of the new plant. And we're gonna plant that like that. But I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put these. I'm gonna plant these in some soil and show you how we're gonna take care of that in a minute. Okay, guys. Another thing, you can see how this one right here, this little twiggy, that's how all of these started right here. This is growing from the root system itself. Okay. Sometimes you can take these and pull them out, and it may have a little bit of a root to them, and those will root a lot faster. I've had some luck with that in the past. Um, I don't think this one's gonna come out. I think I tried a second ago. Let me see if I can get it out. Oh, well, it broke off. It didn't come with the roots, but it's not a total loss. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this one in half, and we're gonna use that one too. Okay, now basically, the one reason why I'm doing this is to make more fig trees, and the second reason is because it's getting so too tall for me. I don't want to have to get in there with a ladder to pick figs. So I'm gonna go ahead and top the whole tree off, and then I'm gonna use all of those to try to make new trees. Now all of these might not make it, but I'm gonna have enough. Let's just say I got 10 like this. I might have a 50-50 shot at it. I might at least get 5 trees out of it. Who knows? I might get 10. I might get 9. I don't know, but it's gonna help get the tree down. It gives it a good trimming, like I trim everything else around here. But the best thing about trimming the figs is that you want more trees, or you want to sell some trees or whatever. It's really easy. It's not hard at all. So I'll bring you back in a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I'm gonna plant these. Okay, guys, here we are. Um, what I'm gonna use to propagate all these little cuttings that I'm gonna make, I'm gonna use a regular old dish bucket from the dollar store, like a couple dollars for it. And the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I'm gonna have let's just say 30 or 40 in this one, or 50 in this one, whatever. Okay. I want to see which ones are going to make it and the ones that are not. So I don't want to have to put dirt in 50 pots for 25 that may not grow and may not make it. So this will tell me what's going to make it and what won't make it. And the ones that do, I'm going to remove those and then put them in their own pot. See, I'm going to transplant them in their own pot and allow those to continue growing. Those will be the ones that are going to have the better chance. See, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a couple holes, a 1/4 inch holes at the bottom for drainage. I'm going to put about 9 holes in it. You don't want to put too many holes and too many big holes, because these things are plastic and they will crack over time for sure. But plastic's still fresh for right now, but they don't last forever. But if you take care of them, and depending on what you're doing with them, they'll last you a couple of years. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and fill this with dirt. All right, y'all. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a knife and I'm gonna scrape off some of the brown, kind of little bark. And you can do that over your bucket right here. You're gonna scrape it kind of good, not too much, not too aggressively. And this is a step that you can possibly skip, because I have skipped this in the past and it worked out. So it's not a must, but it gives, like I said, it gives your plants a better chance of rooting and not just drying out in here and then turning into a little dry stick, which it happens and it's gonna happen. I'm not 100% on this, when I do it, but considering, like I said, I have to trim the tree, so instead of wasting it, let's make some new trees. I can always sell them or whatever. Plant another one. So basically, what it's going to look like is this. Okay, just kind of scraping around it. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and wet it in a little bowl of water, and I have a rooting powder here. You can get on Amazon. After I wet it, I'm just gonna head and dip it in there, just like that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just stick it in the dirt. So there is to it. Like so. Do one of these small ones. Now another thing, you can cover the tops where you cut them with some mastic tape, which I may do, but it's not necessary. And I'm also going to clip off probably this tip right here. I don't know if you can see it. I forgot to cut it, but I'm going to go ahead and cut that off too. I want it flat at the top. All right. Go ahead and did that one. I'm going to wet it. Dip it one time in there, in the hormone. And then we're going to stick it in the dirt. And once I get them all done, I'm just going to wet it down and just only time will tell after that. And the ones that are gonna make it are gonna make it. The ones that won't, they won't. It's just the way it is. But I appreciate y'all joining me once again. I just wanted to get with y'all about this since it's time to start getting things cut around here. You know, as it starts to cool off more and more. And I do have some updates on the garden there, and in the future, how things are growing out there. We may be getting ready to probably in another month, go ahead and start pulling some of our rhizomes, our turmeric, and I'm gonna show y'all that how that turned out, and then how we're gonna reseed for next year for that. And garlic has not gotten here yet, but it's on its way. Hopefully next week, and then I'll show you how we're gonna set that in the ground, and then we'll go from there. I greatly appreciate y'all joining me once again. God bless, and I'll see y'all later. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all keep following. I have some big plans for this gravel area right here for next year, and I want to share it with y'all. So y'all stay tuned. Like I said, we got a lot of exciting things coming up here on the homestead. So y'all keep in touch. I'll see y'all later. Thanks a lot.